about changing locations and shit. Man, get into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way I made. Sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I...
Oh, it's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store. And Stephon Gilmore, former Dallas Cowboy, has signed with the Minnesota Vikings. You know, I'm happy for him. I'm glad that he's still playing in the National Football League. But I feel robbed, man. I feel robbed that we did not get to see a full season of Trayvon Diggs, Stephon Gilmore, and DaRon Bland all playing on the same football team together. Because, listen, they played limited snaps together, but in those snaps, they were locking stuff down, man. Dallas Cowboys realistically would have had probably the best group of cornerbacks in the National Football League had they been healthy playing together last year. But, you know, can't cry over spilled milk, but, man, just imagine what our secondary would have looked like for a whole season of that. Diggs, Gilmore, and Bland. But, hey, it's your boy Henny, and I'm out.
I'm not really out. I'm right here, man. We in the building. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing? Of course, this is Cowboys Convos, so Landlord will be in with us to talk Dallas Cowboys football. And, hey, we got a lot to discuss in the building today, man. We all ain't got our minds wrapped tight. Because a lot of us stayed open. A lot of us stayed open and stayed up till like midnight watching a preseason game of Trey Lance playing football. That's how you know we die-hard fans. We ain't wrapped too tight. But, hey, you gotta love us for that, though. Right? You gotta love us for that. But before I get too far ahead of myself and into the content, y'all know the proper rules and procedures when y'all tap in with your independent content creators. First and foremost, when y'all slide in here, I need all y'all good people to hit that like button. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. The more likes that you get on these videos, the more that the algorithm will work in our favor and promote the content. Hey, JVB boy said he was staying up. He wasn't staying up there, man. I don't blame you, bro. He said I was asleep. I should have been asleep. But Justin Kitchen said he watched the whole thing. I'm telling y'all, man. I don't know. And listen, I watched it twice. I watched the thing last night, then I watched the condensed version earlier today. So yeah, man. But yeah, make sure y'all hit that, hope smash that like button in the word of JVB boy. It goes a long way. So you want Landlord to do well, hit that like button. You want Henny to do well, hit that like button. If you want the Eagles to fail, hit that like button. Because when we succeed, they fail. Also, share. Hit the share button. Sharing is caring. Somebody, granny, mammy, auntie, uncle, cousin, daddy, stepdaddy, somebody done told you that sharing was caring over the course of your lifespan. And we also believe in manifestation inside of the liquor store. So just like my boy Big Dow trying to help us manifest that 6th championship, I need y'all to share the content 6 times and drop 6 emojis if you want the Dallas Cowboys to win title number 6 in 2024. So share the content, and you can share with whoever you want to share it with. It could be another Dallas Cowboys fan. It could be a family member, a co-worker, a hater, congratulator. Does not really matter. Share the content 6 times if you want the Dallas Cowboys to win title number 6 in 2024, and drop those emojis as well. Is there any CD news? No CD news at this moment in time, man. We ain't got no Cedarian Lamb news. No Cedarian Lamb news at this moment in time. But, you know, they are in talks. You know, they're communicating back and forth. So we'll see if they get it done anytime soon. And I'm under the impression it'll get done the moment they get back in Texas. All right, so make sure y'all hit that like, hit that share, and hit that cash up at the super chat, man. Make sure you support Land. Make sure you support us, man. Hey, I gotta give y'all the love. I gotta talk to y'all before I come in here. I just can't start rambling on about the content until we do our greetings and everything else, man. But let's get it though. So let's start with the preseason game. The defense structure is what it's going to do. I just like the middle of the field on defense. Yeah, the disguise was real. Now there were multiple times over the course of the game that they brought the linebackers in, simulated pressure, then they dropped back into coverage, and there were multiple times where, you know, the linebackers came up and they really came. So it kept them on their P's and Q's. But what I did like about it was in those third and long situations, he didn't just let them sit back there and find the open man. He brought pressure. He made the quarterback get the ball out of his hand before he wanted to. Got into those hot reads, and they came over and made the tackle. So they made very smart football. They made very smart decisions by bringing the pressure on third and long. So I really enjoyed that aspect of the defense that I saw. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Dinka. My apologies. I'm sorry. Thank you for tapping in with me, Mr. Dinka Charles. And Justin Kitchen. That pick six was nice. Troy Dudley, Lee Harrison, Kobe. Salute to all y'all out there, man. Carl Maine, Big Dow. Salute to y'all good people. And here's Landlord. Fashionably late as ever, but
my bad. I live a hard lifestyle, man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't hear this, man.
I live a hard, rough life. It's rough. Black people live rough. You remember that?
Yeah,
Do you get the reference?
I get the reference, but you ain't gonna be playing with me on the Lord Sunday.
My bad.
Nah,
Hey, forgive me. It was all his fault, but forgive me. I can't even blame you because you was here early. Damn.
Yeah, I was
My
here
bad.
early. Yeah, I was here early, man. But
Yeah.
hey, before we get head first to the content though, and talk about this preseason game, what are your thoughts about Stephon Gilmore signing with the Minnesota Vikings?
I think it's unfortunate, man. I would have loved to have him back, really. But, you know, good for him being a veteran corner playing still some stellar football, I feel like. I really feel like he played well for us, y'all. Like, we got mad at him at the last game, of course. But he was injured. You know what I'm saying? He was injured. But just imagine our season without Stephon Gilmore last year. Can we imagine that? Do we even want to imagine that?
No.
We would have been getting destroyed, y'all. And look, like I said, it wasn't in my best interest to say he too. I felt too, but I just went finna put him in front of Trey. He ended up having to be a number one and held it down. Don't forget, Bland was not your number one corner last year. It was Stephon Gilmore, believe it or not. The tough assignments went through Stephon Gilmore. So, of course, I can forgive one game. I can forgive one game when he had a whole solid season. You know what I'm saying? I can forgive one game. So, that's why I say, man, I would have loved to have Stephon Gilmore back. But it is good that he was able to give our corner some of that knowledge and, you know what I'm saying, rub out some of that MVP juju that he had coming from, the Pats and stuff.
Mr. Deacon said, you just like me. Once you get in here, you don't be speaking to the room or nothing.
I mean, I was already late. I had to jump straight into the content. But shout out to the people that support, man. Shout out to the trap. Shout out to the liquor store. Y'all already know, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. You already know what time it is, man. I'm just late, so I had to come straight in on the content. So forgive me.
Indeed, I'll forgive you. But you know the word I'm going to use for Stephon Gilmore?
What is it?
Robbed.
Cause we didn't never see what we thought we was gonna see.
We never saw it. We got it for 2 games. You saw it in the New York Giants game when we went to New York and it was a 40-0 win. And you saw it in the second game against the New York Jets when we beat the brakes off them too. Matter of fact, it was only 10 points were scored in 2 games out there. I know the level of competition wasn't great, but just imagine you had Trayvon Diggs in that Green Bay game along with Gilly and along with Deron Bland. You think folks would have been as wide open?
That's the whole reason I came out last season with my chest poked out. I'm like, boy, I'm ready to take on anybody. Because I felt like I had the best cornerback tandem in the league by far. That's what I felt like. Then you add Deron Bland as a slot corner. I'm ready to go to toe-to-toe with any 3 receivers you got out there to offer. See, I think Cowboy fans really, really privileged, bro. We blind by our privilege. Because we look at teams with receivers like, we good. Okay. Y'all gonna get some plays, we gonna get some plays, but y'all ain't just gonna win off your receivers against us. That's not happening. Not often. Now, last year against Seattle, it almost happened because Bland got a little toe up, but it ain't many teams who just gonna dominate us with their receivers. And that's the luxury because we got such phenomenal corners like Trey and Bland. And you know what I'm saying? We just got some good corners that ain't gonna allow that to happen.
I agree with that, man. So yeah, I'm a little sad because we never saw it come to fruition. But I'm happy for the man because Stephen Jones was not going to get that man $10 million for a single season.
Yeah, true.
All right, man. So let me just start with some of the passing stats, the receiving stats. These are actually the receiving stats from the last preseason game.
Let's do it.
All right, so this is everybody. Ryan Flournoy, 6 targets, 4 receptions, 23 yards, and a tutty. Racey McMath, 3 targets, 3 catches, 54 yards. Luke Schoonmaker, 3 targets, 2 catches, 13 yards. Kelvin Harmon, 2 targets, 2 catches, 18 yards. John Stevens Jr., 2 targets, 2 catches, 16 yards. Tolbert only got 1 target, but he caught it, 6 yards. Pete with a 15-yard catch and 1 target. Jalen Brooks, 1 target, no catches. Tyron Billy Johnson, 1 target, no catches. Jalen Cropper, 1 target, no catches. Prince Fent, 1 target, no catches. Damn, this bunch of folks who got targets and didn't catch shit. So, reading this stat line, how do you feel that the young pass catchers did last night?
I think Ryan had an up and down night. I feel like he could have made a couple more catches. You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
Huh?
You sound really loud for some reason now. I hear a lot of game. Well, yeah, you back. It's back normal now. Okay, Ryan Flournoy, to me, I feel like he had an up and down night. Because at first, you know, he had a couple of plays where the ball went straight through his hand. And, you know, as a rookie, you want to at least show that, you know, your primary job, you can handle that, which is catching the football. And then, you know, he showed me a little iffy hands at times. But as the game went on, he got stronger and stronger and ended up getting the touchdown catch. And that was a phenomenal route. Let me give him his props on that. I love the way he did number 18. And 18 was balling for the Raiders. Jones, he was balling for the Raiders the whole night. But when it came down to that red zone rep, one-on-one, mano-a-mano, Ryan Flournoy got the best of him. He did a nice little jab step in the inside and whoo, went back outside. It was wide open. Nice read by Trey. Nice throw by Trey. Trey had a decent day too, man. But when it comes to Ryan Flournoy, I was impressed with him down the stretch. That's what I say about him. Schoonmaker, up and down. He had a catch and then he got called back and then Trey went right back to him and he dropped it. So, I mean, I need you to catch that one, Schoon. But Kelvin Harmon, he's shocking me, bro. He's somebody who been making plays the last couple of games. And nobody is giving him props. Like, I ain't heard nobody talk about this kid. And last game, Trey was throwing the ball high and wild, and he was bringing them down. He still was catching them. So, I mean, I'm looking at Harmon like it's an uphill battle. It's almost impossible, but I'll say this. I see you making plays, young man. That's why I posted that on Twitter, because I don't want it to look like it's getting ignored. I see him making plays, and I don't know what we're going to do about it, man. We got a loaded tight end room. John Steven looked good again. Every time he catch the ball, he running around, making yak yards and everything. So he's looking good. And then you seen down the stretch, what that was, the 2 minute drive. He kept getting open. Like, it looks like they don't want to check him, right? Like, I think them 2 catches for 16 yards was on that one drive. Like, and he just kept getting open back to back. So he did good. Jalen Tolbert, that one catch. Now look, I would bang him, like down him for not catching it clean, but no, that was a phenomenal play by the DB. The DB, the hands was inside his catch pocket, so it was nothing he could do to catch that ball clean. It was still a good catch for him to catch it. So I ain't gonna do Tolbert wrong. Dude had great coverage, and he still found a way to bring the ball down. So that was actually a good play by Tolbert. Nathaniel P showed a little burst in that run right there. Alec Hoyer had a good first down catch. I'm like, who in the world is this dude? We gonna have so many decent looking tight ends on the street. It's ridiculous. Jalen Brooks really, really let me down early in the game. Like, bro, you gotta bring that catch in. You gotta bring that catch in. People raving about you, 83 this, 83 that. Listen, I just don't understand how you couldn't bring that down. See, he's a little slender in frame right here. It look like he a little slender to me. So like
John Stevens or
Jalen Brooks.
Jalen Brooks is a little skinny.
He a little slender. So when you a little slender wide receiver, I need you to be able to box out. Like, people don't understand that them curl routes and them comeback routes, you got to position yourself almost like a power forward getting a rebound. So I need you to position yourself. You got to kind of box out. You got to have him on your back. Like, you can't let him around you. If you let him around you, it's an interception or it's a deflection. So you actually got to box him out when you running routes like that. And with him and his slender frame, he wasn't able to do it. And like, that's really a physical route, believe it or not. Like, you need to be able to muscle them so they can't get around you in that situation. So I didn't see Brooks make that play. You know, that was his only target. It would have been nice to see him bring that ball in, man.
Mr. Deacon, we always have background music in here. I'm not sure what's going on, but we've had background music the entire time.
I mean, let's continue, sir. Let's go. Mr. Deacon, what nice do you got to say this morning? Good grief. I ain't seen nothing but complaints. Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, Mr. Deacon? What's wrong? What's wrong with you today?
I don't know. Well, we have background music every show.
It's a Sunday, man. You need a hug, Mr. Deacon. What's going on with you? Yeah, Flournoy looks physical.
Yeah, Flournoy looks very physical. He looked bouncy. He got a good catch radius. I like the. Now listen, I don't really want to talk about the wide receivers. I really want to talk about the dude throwing the football.
Trey had a day.
Trey had a decent day.
Trey had a day. Yeah.
It was still Trey. He still. You play NCAA, right? You know how when you throw. You know how when you throw the ball and the meter get red because you held it too long. Yeah. That's how Trey throws be. Like, this motherfucker be in the red every time he throws just about. But he get the ball there, you know.
Okay.
It may not always be accurate, but you know, like I'm gonna say nice things about Trey. I'm gonna give him his flowers, then I'm gonna give my critique.
Go ahead.
That's the only fair thing to do. Trey Lance saw where the ball needed to go, and he threw with a little bit more anticipation than he normally does. He started the game off was still a little high and still a little strong on some throws, still like a little bit of touch, but he was much more confident in the pocket, in my personal opinion. He handled pressure a little bit better, and he used his legs on time a little bit better. Because there were times when he tried to take off running and then he had guys open in the first game. This time when he took off, it was actually either by design or there were actually nothing there.
Yeah.
At least from the studio look. At least from the studio look of it. Right, because I ain't looked at the All 22 film. And Mr. Dick, I did turn the music down for you since you asked.
I mean, one thing I say about Trey, I ain't gonna say like, I was pretty down on him through camp and all of that, but I say this, he looked much improved. Like, my analysis will never be biased or, you know what I'm saying, or, cater to my opinions. I'm going to tell you what I saw, and I saw a much improved, much more calm quarterback. He seemed like it almost to the point where it was such a drastic shift that you like, was you just nervous the first game, Trey? You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at it now, like, no lie, it felt like he was just a nervous quarterback because he looked totally different. Now, one thing I'll say is it must be a combination of him and the OC. You see what I'm saying? The OC felt like he got a better feel for the right type of plays that he need to ask Trey to run. You see what I'm saying? You remember what I said? The best way to figure out how good a quarterback is, you remember what I said the other day? Is to see how the OC call plays for him. That's how you know how good he is. And now you see Mike McCarthy finding a way to, utilize Trey to the max of his ability. So it looked pretty smooth. Now, he didn't ask him to do too many crazy things, but he did exactly what the offense gave him. He took exactly what the offense gave him, and he was very effective. He was making some sharp throws on the run. I was pretty impressed with Trey, though. No lie, I was pretty impressed with Trey. And like I said, that's totally polar opposite of what I had going on last week. But I just got to be true to my analysis. I was very impressed with Trey Lance last game, and he looked way better than Cooper Rush last game. So I'm just being real. So I ain't getting carried away. But I said on Twitter, it's Cooper 1, Trey 1 after that.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, I gave him his flowers for what he did do right. Well, he's still throwing behind people.
Yeah, he was. He was.
So,
but I'm looking at it too like he got us 2 touchdowns. Think about this, bro. We've been seeing Cooper Rush in preseason a long time. He barely get us touchdowns, bro. He barely do. Think about it. Even last year, we weren't scoring touchdowns in the preseason. Like
who played last preseason? Was
Cooper Rush
and who?
And probably Will Greer.
Oh, Cooper Rush and Will Greer, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We touchdowns are foreign to the Dallas Cowboys in preseason. And Trey got us 2. So I really put a little value in that. Now was he playing the same caliber of talent that Cooper Rush was playing?
No.
Maybe not. But still, I do like the fact that he executed to the point where he finished the drive strong and got touchdowns. So that's a big time improvement from where he was, though. You know what I'm saying? From where Trey Lance was, that was a big step in the right direction.
Yeah, but listen, because I'm going to sound like a hater if I nitpick. So
Bro, just speak your mind. People gonna say what they think you are anyway. Perception is reality. If they perceive you to be one way, they gonna say it anyway. So just be you.
Game 1, they called the game to see if he could run the standard offense, and he could not. Game 2, they called some stuff that was more tailored towards his strengths. It was more him running the football, more half-field reads. It wasn't really the Mike McCarthy offense that he ran a lot of this preseason game.
Yeah.
So my question marks about Trey Lance in the system are still there. But the positive side is I see that they have a game plan in place in case they have to break the glass and play Trey Lance. Because it looked better for Trey Lance doing it that way. I'm not sure how it will translate against better competition if it ever came down to that, because I still don't know where we stand on if he's the backup quarterback yet or if he's quarterback 3 and back end Cooper Rush got to get hurt before he plays. But I feel a little bit more comfortable with Trey Lance in a game scenario today than I did the previous week, just because it looked like they utilized more of his strengths.
I need to see him with the tools. I want to see Trey with the tools. You know what I'm saying? That's something I like to see. Huh?
He was with the tools. The starters didn't play. Cooper Rush only played 2 series.
They started Jalen Tolbert only had 1 rep. Well, 1 series or whatever. He didn't play with Jalen Tolbert. I don't know if he played with Jalen Brooks either.
He played with Jalen Brooks last game.
Well, okay. Well, I don't know.
And Jalen Tolbert didn't play at all. I was surprised Jalen Tolbert even came. And is Jalen Tolbert a 2? Is he not a top 3 receiver? That make him a starter. So he a 1.
True. Yeah.
So
he was with the first team. I know Tyler Guyton was out there while he was out there.
Going crazy.
Tyler Guyton, man, I'm telling you.
I'm
telling you, bro.
Oh, man, that man
Like,
out there truck sticking.
Listen here. I'm telling you, bro. That's why I'm always gonna lean towards talent, man. You know what I'm saying? Technique can be taught. That dude already had natural talent. He got something you can't teach. He's a big human being. You can't teach that. And nobody wants to deal with a super big human being all day. Nobody. I don't care how tough you is. I don't care who you think you is or who you thought you was. Ain't nobody signing up, hey, let me do that first every day. Every play in, play out, go up against this huge dude. I promise you. I'm talking about you seen him getting to Max Crosby. Max Crosby went to the other side. He said, I'm sick of this. Like, on my life, he went on. You seen that? He went to the other side.
I saw that.
He got sick of going up against Tyler Guyton.
Wordologist just hit you with a 10-piece. He said,
Salute, man. I appreciate you.
People keep saying the O-line talent is lesser this year, but I find it harder to list best to worst this year. Last year was pretty evident, the 1 through 5.
I'm kind of bullish on this line this year, especially when I seen Cooper Beebe anchoring people. And man, did you see that play he played? He did. Man, he anchored the center. That was the starting Raiders defensive line too. He anchored the defensive tackle. Then he threw him to the ground, and then the linebacker was coming in. He blocked him too. I said, bro, you multitasking that center? We ain't never had that. You know what I'm saying? In the year 63, what the new wave is in the year 63.
In the year 63 of our Lord and Savior.
You know what I'm saying? In the year 63, which means the time period where we had Tyler Biadasz. In the year 63, we didn't have that luxury. We didn't see all of that fly stuff going on. Like Tyler had hard enough time snapping the ball and blocking his guy, let alone blocking his guy to the point where he's destroying him and looking for more work. That didn't happen that often. So listen, Cooper is looking pretty good, bro. And I feel very confident about that core together. The core of the offensive line, bro. Just imagine that gonna be able to step up in the pocket easily. If you got Cooper Beebe at center and he right on side of Zach Martin and Tyler Smith, Dak ain't gonna have to worry about no pressure coming up the middle like that. He's not.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you a list. Well, we already know Tyler Guyton played well. Cooper Beebe played well. Guys who did not play well: Josh Ball, of course.
I mean, that list should be named after Josh Ball at this point. The Josh Ball list.
The Josh Ball list. Everybody who I am unimpressed with is going to be on the Josh Ball list.
The Josh Ball list.
What's up, Craven Cowboy? We see you in the chat. Salute
What's
to
going
you.
on, Craven? How you doing? What's going on?
Yeah, I seen that. That man was practicing with his mama.
Who that?
Cooper Beebe was snapping the ball to his mama, trying to get that work in.
Cooper a good kid too, man. You could just tell he's just a ball of energy. He just want to learn. He just want to get better. Like just talking
Trey
to
Lance
him.
when he came in, huh?
Yeah, just talking to him, bro. He just excited about the opportunity. Like when you got somebody like that, bro, like you know they gonna take full advantage. They ain't gonna take it for granted. They ain't gonna sit up and not do extra reps. Cause I was just talking to a friend of mine. I was like, man, I seen like it feel good. Like I'm gonna be honest with y'all. One thing I don't like about camp, going to training camp, it kind of humanizes them a little too much for me. You know,
feel bad they get cooked.
Yeah, I swear. Like, listen, y'all, I'm that dude who I want to be cutthroat because you know all these guys are good dudes. Like they probably the best guy ever if you meet them. So I don't want to get wrapped up in that. But like when you go to camp and you see somebody like Trey Lance out there getting extra reps, it's kind of hard not to root for some of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of hard because you see them putting in the work. That's why the coaches sound like that too. That's why when the coach, you will ask somebody like Mike McCarthy about Josh Ball. We look at him like a pile of trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? We think he's terrible. If you ask Mike McCarthy about him, he gonna start talking about the stuff that we don't see, the intangible stuff that gives him hope that he'll become the player that he want him to be. You see what I'm saying? Like, I seen Trey Lance stand out to practice, like, hey, let me get some more throws in. He pulled a couple of people with him and started doing more reps in the end zone. Like, on a throw he messed up in during team drills. So, I mean, it's kind of hard not to root for a guy when you see him putting in that work. You see what I'm saying? That's the one thing I don't like about going to camp. It kind of humanizes him a little bit too much for me. Like a little bit too much, because I want to judge you out for what you do. You see what I'm saying? I just want to judge you out for what you do and what I feel like you're capable of. That's what I want to judge you off.
So they were asking what happened to Eric Scott. Nothing. Eric Scott has never actually played well in a preseason game before. Everything that people have talked about Eric Scott was shit they seen in training camp. And some people are training camp darlings, and when the bright lights come on, it's time to play against other folks trying to put food on the table and make it in the league. They fold under pressure. So listen, Eric Scott didn't do anything last preseason. He ain't do nothing this preseason. So I'm not expecting him to do anything.
It's just not translating well for Mr. 38 right now, is it?
Mm-mm. And listen,
and Booth out there making plays.
Listen, forget Booth. That boy Hall had a pick six.
Hall out there making play, but he was getting a little, cooked. He made up for it.
No, listen,
he made up for
Hall had nowhere near the amount of catches on him as Booth has.
As Booth, yeah. See,
or
I was
Eric
looking.
Scott when we playing.
True. Eric Scott was getting work, but Booth, you got to think, for him to have seven tackles. Now I know a couple of them was open field tackles.
Yeah, you know good.
But they was throwing on his ass. Now, like,
if you got 7 tackles, you know damn well
they was throwing balls on you.
You only had like 1 tackle.
You see what I'm saying? And
1 tackle and 4 pass breakers.
One thing I will say though, you can take this how you want to take it. They weren't scared to go at his ass either. They weren't scared to go at Booth. They was kind of almost trying to pick on him. I don't know if they was doing a scouting report over there in preseason. Like, the likelihood is a no, right? Most likely they ain't going that deep in the scouting report.
They ain't scouting no damn Booth
in
no preseason game.
But I'm saying for O'Connor, somebody who's trying to earn a spot, maybe he was, because it did seem like for a period of time it's like they looking for him. Like they was going after him because they know he probably a new dude.
They're like, please be on the field.
Yeah, it's like they knew he was a new guy, so they find Booth. Where's the Booth? Like, you know what I'm saying? You finna drop a verse or something.
And that's the thing. Like, I can really say like the same thing about Eric Scott about Carson, because he didn't play good his first preseason game, and he didn't play this preseason game because he was injured.
Carson.
So, yeah, Carson.
I was looking for him too. For the win, right?
He didn't play. Yeah, he didn't play because of injury.
Oh, okay.
He had his wisdom teeth pulled, so he wasn't practicing. If you don't practice, you don't play.
I was just about to say, bro, like no tooth ain't been to keep me out of practice, bro. I'm sorry.
They took his wisdom teeth out, so he had surgery.
Well, I guess that's a little different. I thought you were talking about the pain tolerance. Like,
he had surgery, so he wasn't practicing.
Toothaches are very painful, but I mean, I'd be able to tough it out through a practice or two.
Well, you had wisdom teeth, haven't you?
Hell yeah.
I hate them bitches.
Yeah.
I still got mine.
I pulled mine. That motherfuckers hurt.
They hurt, and they randomly hurt. Every so often.
Just get the pounding.
Yeah, Mozzie didn't work out either. Or practice or play in preseason. He had an allergic reaction. He's doing much better, thank God. Nothing bad happened. So thank God for that. But hey,
Joe, why you gotta come in here like that, man?
What the hell? They took his nuts out.
What you talking about, Joe?
That man went crazy.
Joe's on the period.
They saying that Carson couldn't go. He was on them perks.
Yeah, he on them perk 30s, ain't he? He going crazy.
Man, perk 10. I'm gonna pop the perk 10. Perk 30. Hold on. Man, hold on. But yeah, I don't know, dog. But hey, even Albert Huggins played well. Then we had a
Huggins
Jordan.
got a couple of deflections. That was good. I think he stopped him on third down one time.
Jordan Phillips played. Just got here.
Jordan Phillips, he played.
He played. He looked good.
What number he was?
98.
Oh, that he got dreads.
Yeah.
Okay, I seen him pursuing the ball. Like, it's too early to know people numbers, bro. So I'm still like old school coaching, like 98. I'm gonna just call your number right now. Until you make the actual roster, I'm gonna just call your number.
Don't do that to them boys, man.
I mean, that's how football go. Like, you ask, someone, you just be like, hey, man, that's 36. Yeah, he doing good. Like, you know what I'm saying? You 36 until proven otherwise.
Hey, Israel. Hey, he said there was 61 folks in the liquor store, only 41 likes. If you ain't hit the like button yet, please hit that like button.
That's tragic.
You ain't hit that share button yet, hit that share button.
Please.
If you ain't slapped the shit out of an Eagles fan,
Slap.
ahead and go ahead wind that hand up. And if you ain't hit that cash up with that super chat, go ahead and pay your tithes and offerings on this fine Sunday.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate all the love and support. Hey, man, listen, you might need to let them know how to hit the like button, because some people still new to this format. All you got to do is double tap like Instagram. Just double tap the screen. Bam, bam. It's got a nice little animation and all of that for you. So please make sure you hit the like button, man. It helps us out in the algorithm. It gets us an opportunity to push the content out further, man. So y'all please help us out in that regard.
Indeed, man. Indeed. So yeah, there are plenty of folks I want to give flowers to. This other one, it ain't the last one. I wanted to wait for your ass to be on here.
Let's do it. Who?
You know who I'm finna talk about?
Oh, you talking about Lil Legs?
Lil Legs. Them
Lil Legs was
legs was moving.
Lil Legs was eating out there, man. Go ahead.
Man, listen, man. I'm just saying. Lil Legs was out this mug dancing. You remember when I called the man Black Jesus?
He was looking a little Black Jesus-ish winning.
Yeah, he looked a little Jesus out that mug. He was disappearing, reappearing.
Yeah. They said
the
announcers even said, he just got lost behind that big offensive line. Like, you just couldn't even see him no more.
Man, it was beautiful, man, to see. And listen, he averaged, I think, like 7 yards a carry, something like that. That man was going in.
Hey, he was hitting spin moves and stuff. Like, hey.
And it was against the first team.
Hey, did you see him? He put one dude on the ground. I think that was Jones again. Jones on the Raiders was very active. I think almost every play was on Jones. And then he made every play. That dude was all over the field. Though.
Do you know why Jack Jones was a commodity that the Raiders wanted to go grab?
Why?
He was part of that cornerback core in New England. It was Jack Jones, it was Christian Gonzalez, and it was J.C. Jackson.
Okay. Jack Jones was hooping, though. He was everywhere, bro. He was like almost every play. Deuce put him on the dirt with a nice little cha-cha slide move. You know what I'm saying? That cha-cha real smooth. Put him on the dirt and went upfield. So, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I was impressed with him a little bit. He was making plays, too. He was getting plays made on him, and he was making plays.
So Jack Jones, this is his career numbers: 67 tackles, a forced fumble recovery, 11 pass deflections, 4 picks, and 3 defensive touchdowns.
I like what I seen from him in preseason. Then he had a little attitude on him, like he banging you know what I'm saying? I like it. He played good.
I wouldn't mind picking up Jack Jones once upon a time.
I mean, he looked good, though. I ain't gonna lie. But, yeah, Deuce did do well, though. Deuce did well. And I think the line was blocking pretty good, too. Malik Davis ran well. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, quiet as kept, Royce Freeman ran well.
The line might be responsible for it. You see what I'm saying? The line may be responsible for it.
Yeah, listen, I hope the line is responsible for it, so all these dudes can do something.
Can look decent. And shout out to Craver. She said he's number running back 3 for sure. I say that he got the inside track to it for sure, because he the only one with a different skill set. You know what I'm saying? He the only one that's zig when everybody else is zagging. He the only one that's kind of different. So it would make sense for him to be the other option. You know what I'm saying? And like we said, we have no speedster on this team. at running back. We have Nathaniel Pete. So look, I was looking like maybe he could have a hope and a prayer, cause he the only one that got some speed like that. You see what I'm saying? He got a skill set that don't nobody else got on his in his running back core. So I mean, he made a play or so. So we'll have to see. I think Deuce should be the way he running in preseason. We just got to see it materialize in the regular season.
So Deuce over Malik Davis.
I would prefer Malik, but you know, they probably prefer Deuce on some politic type vibes. They've been doing Malik wrong since he been here, his whole existence. They just finally giving him a little props lately.
Well, guess what? If you getting treated bad in a relationship, leave.
You gotta leave, yeah. Let it go, let it go, let it go.
All right, hey, let's talk about the 66-yard field goal by Brandon Aubrey.
True.
They said it would have been good from 72 yards out.
Oh, you talking about that back-to-back UFL champion, Birmingham Stallion kicker, Brandon Aubrey, Drake, automatic Aubrey. That's what you talking about? That's what you talking about. I'm just trying to make sure. Is that what you talking about?
One, every time you call him automatic Aubrey, he misses. So we gonna stop that shit right now. Two, I still have the list of championships that mean more.
Nobody wants to
than
see
the
that
Birmingham
list. That list is very
The
disrespectful.
National Volleyball League Championship.
You look, I ain't running the channel because I'll mute you for this is blasphemy,
the
sir.
Handman
On a Sunday.
National title, the dart throwing competition of '94. Oh, Hackensack competition.
Wait a minute, man.
What?
Don't do them like that, man.
I'm sorry.
All these UFL players that's getting signed, man, you better
competitive
put some respect
eating, money counting.
Money counting.
I like to count my money backwards.
Hey, man.
Hold on.
You got to chill out. Hey, tell them, Carl, man, giddy up, man. Be Hound Stallions in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Big rings and things.
Every damn thing.
Big rings and things, man.
The National Double Dutch Competition.
Now, if what it is, Arkansas had a team, you'll be up here talking and saying it with your chest. Now, don't be disrespectful.
Sir, I would not be disrespectful. I would be.
You were.
Honesty cannot be taken as disrespect unless you feel belittled by the reality.
Just know this: you would not have automatic Aubrey if it wasn't for Birmingham Stallions. So put some respect on that team right now. That's all I'm saying.
If Brandon Aubrey misses the field goal, I want y'all to send all your hate mail to landlord.
Don't do that. I don't even got no mailbox. Don't even worry about it. I don't even got no business address. So y'all, hey, send it if you want. That's gonna be in limbo.
Oh, Lord.
I'm just playing. They might send it on my YouTube. Don't send it, okay? We good.
No, but that's just funny. But man, I rock with Brandon Aubrey, man. Like, dude is hard. And what's even funnier, I seen somebody post I forget who posted this. They said Dak Prescott said he knew a guy that could kick, and then we got Brandon Aubrey.
he knew a guy who knew a guy.
I know a guy. And that is some wild shit that we picked the man up off of a recommendation.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Can you imagine if we didn't get Brandon Aubrey as many times we didn't have to kick a field goal?
This was what I'm telling you, man.
And we didn't had, like, you remember we had old buddy that missed everything, like his family was kicking.
Mayher.
Yeah, Money Mayher. There was
money.
There was money on Mayher's head. Yeah. And that's why he had to miss the field goal.
It wasn't money because he's money. It's money because he's sabotaging the game. That's why.
Man,
money made her for that reason.
He took the money. He told Diddy yes.
Yes, he said yes. Absolutely.
Man.
Wait a minute. That was hold on. Pause. What if Diddy asked his, phantom question that we all aware of? Not did he say yes and that mug said absolutely. Let's move on. He took yes to another level and said absolutely. Boy, you is
man, hell nah. Diddy in the chat right now. That nigga said fart into my eyes. This nigga hell no. This motherfucker
Nigga
said,
ass up.
I
Hold
fought
on,
on
wait a
that.
minute.
Shoot
It's certain stuff
these
we just
niggas,
can't
man.
tolerate. Like, get
Shoot
him the
them.
hell out of here
Get
for
them
that.
the hell out of
I
Dodge.
hope, let's make sure he ain't trolling, but that's still like, hey,
I ain't never seen this nigga with day 4 in my life. Go ahead, take him out the game.
That's too much, bro.
Listen, you got a wrench and you see the stench.
No,
Go
he
ahead
said
and finish.
into my eyes. I thought he said eyebrows.
No, he said eyes, bro.
He wilding out, bro. That
Man,
dude
hell
is
no.
wild.
Freaky ass niggas need to stay ass in the house.
He a 69 guy for sure. And it's a Sunday, sir. What's wrong with you?
Man, this man diabolically.
Who raised these
This-
Who
this-
raised you, son?
This man is a sex offender at this point.
When I see people doing weird stuff, the first thing that come to my mind is, where's your parents? Like,
They raised him to be this way.
where's your father, sir? Like, what's going on?
Man, I don't
Who
know.
raised you in this way? Somebody said,
TV.
why is he still free? Talking about did he? Because he got money? The judge said yes. The judge said yes. That's why he free.
Hold on.
Did it ask everybody that question? Like, whatever question we thinking in our head simultaneously, he asked everybody that question. It's an open-ended question coming from Diddy. That's terrible. That's horrible. Yeah, Money Mayher had you at the edge of your seat. What's wrong? Everything okay? Well, I don't know what just happened to HTM, but you know, prayers and accolations and all that good stuff. Somebody said Dak has no trade clause. Absolutely. Lamb, Tobert, and Cooks. Absolutely.
All right. I got attacked by some kind of Wi-Fi monster or something.
Oh no. Lamb, Tobert, Cooks, Cavante Turpin, or who else? Who's 4?
It doesn't matter.
It's gonna be 4 by committee.
So our wide receivers,
Yeah.
it's gonna be Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Jalen Tolbert. Turpin makes the team automatically if he's the primary return man.
Turpin should make the team. What is y'all saying?
I was saying he gonna be wide receiver 4 because he already got a spot. Then it's either gonna be Jalen Brooks. That's 5. So unless you're carrying 6, if you 6, you can say Flournoy.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. Everybody likes Brooks, but to me, at least for the last 2-3 weeks of camp, Billy Johnson and Cropper been more impressive than him. So what's making him being etched in stone like that?
You said what make him be etched in stone?
Yeah, like he can't be removed.
Because they like him.
Here we go. Here we go with the politics. That's what I'm saying.
Is it politics?
Yes. Because Cropper was absolutely phenomenal in camp.
Was he absolutely phenomenal last night?
What's Brooks? He got 1 attempt and didn't catch it.
And he fumbled and gave the ball away.
Cropper fumble. Yeah, I
Cropper
give you that
fumbled,
one.
so, like,
Cropper
nah.
fumble. He might need to be
He
gone,
fum-
start
he-
walking
he
home
fumbled-
now.
He fumbled away his job opportunity. That's what the fuck he fumbled.
Look, he might need to go on and be walking to the house now. You know what I'm saying? But he good though. But what about 13?
Who?
Tyron Billy Johnson. He been balling all camp.
Did he survive being on the practice squad all year and nobody picked him up?
Probably so.
They're going to do the same thing.
He actually, like you told me, you put me on to that. I ain't know he did all that with Herbert and stuff.
He's good. I want him. But listen, I'm talking about what they're going to do. We gotta separate how we feel and what we think is actually going to happen.
You right.
You know
Because
what I'm saying?
look, him and Dak got a little chemistry too. Dak was finding him 13 during them team drills and stuff.
He a 4-3 guy. He fast.
And he fast. Then did you see he looked good on that jet sweep too?
Mm-hmm.
He looked good on that jet sweep.
So it is what it is, man. I think everything gonna be the same as it was last year, except they're gonna probably carry one more wide receiver so they can get Florida, keep Florida.
Pressure, I give you that. Bill ain't did nothing in preseason. What Brooks did? Brooks caught a pass or something last game or something?
43 yards.
Okay. Yeah, he sure did with the bomb. You right. I'm just thinking about this game. You right. Cooper Rush bombed it to him. So I give you that.
Should have been a touchdown. But
it should have been. It was underthrown.
But remember what we were talking, and they're back to the coaching point. I'd rather have that 43-yard completion on the underthrown than the 0 yards on the overthrow.
So you gonna try to hide Cropper and Tyron Billy Johnson on practice squad?
And what they did last year, it worked.
Because if somebody go down, I'd be kind of confident in one of them coming in. And this is me saying, I told y'all we needed a receiver, but I still like him enough to be like, okay, Dak might be able to make some salvage out of it.
I agree. I most definitely agree with that, man. He said, didn't Brooks get hurt in practice or something? No excuse, just ask it. I'm not sure.
I totally forgot about the 43-yard pass. That's helping him out tremendously right now. So I recant my statement about him not doing anything because he did do that. So that's on me. He snapped last game, but I was very I was not happy about him dropping that pass. That's a routine play. You got to catch them, man.
You said, are the starters going to play this next game? Probably not.
We don't do that here.
Yeah,
I actually wouldn't mind if we did, but we just don't do that. When you see Patrick Mahomes out here throwing behind the back passes for the first time in NFL history, you seen that?
second time
They said it was the first.
in the actual game.
Who did it?
I said that was the first
In the actual game.
Now they had a promo back in the 40s. A dude that hit behind the back pass 25 yards down the field. Now, it was an actual pass,
yeah,
but it was like a scrimmage that they did for a film. So it wasn't an actual game, but he had hit that bitch, had a 25-yard completion down the field on a behind the back pass, and somebody had shared it.
That's dope.
That is dope.
Because Pat pass went up about 4 yards?
Uh-huh. That must have motherfucker caught it.
Yeah, that's dope.
Like, man, hold on now. They said, hold on, we got historians in this bitch. This man said in the year 97 they done did it before.
Wow.
They said they can't have Patrick Mahomes on his soldier board talking about he invented some shit.
They say in the streets they calling that man Cropper the Dropper.
Cropper the Dropper.
That's what they saying in the streets. I'm hearing that in the streets right now.
Yeah, he gonna drop off the depth chart.
And he had such a good camp, y'all. I seen him take over segments in the game, like 2-minute drills and stuff, like 7-on-7 2-minute drill. He taking over. He catching every pass.
Man,
it be the little things, man. Sometimes like we see this, and then I give this, you know what I'm saying? I give Trey Lance a little grace with this too. Sometimes people just gamers, bro. Sometimes people not gamers. They can do everything when ain't nobody looking. For real. They can do everything when ain't nobody looking.
Hold on.
No, listen, it's players like this.
I know what you're saying is true. I'm just saying you say Trey Lance is a gamer, and
I said I can give him a little grace. I ain't saying he is yet. I'm just saying he been looking terrible in camp, but last night he came out and played good.
I was just saying I ain't gonna call him a gamer off of one game.
I'm not doing that. I said I'm gonna give him a little grace though. I'm gonna give him a little grace because guess who wasn't a good practice guy?
Prescott.
Dak was a terrible practice guy at first, and then when he came out in the game, this dude is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying he played good in all the preseason games. Trey Lance,
He
Lance
did.
is 1-1 right now. That's all I'm saying.
True. Dak was phenomenal day one, preseason game 1. The world was talking about Dak Prescott after the first preseason game.
They said Dak got Houston onto the roster. Kellen Moore system got Houston onto the roster because that nigga just knew where to be. In that awful timing-based offense, he knew where to be.
True.
And Dak felt comfortable with him because he knew what it'd be. He knew he wasn't finna be throwing the ball willy nilly, and because that's one thing. Like you gonna throw picks and Kellen Moore offense.
Kenny Pickett looked horrible too.
Where'd this come from?
Kenny Pickett is horrible. You talking about Kellen Moore? That's his quarterback. That's his backup.
Yeah. I forgot he was in Philly.
Kenny Pickett is horrible, bro. My God. It might just be it might be Cooper. I mean, whatever. What's his name? It might just be Kellen Moore. I don't know.
Shout out to Jaleel D, man. He's with the 199. He said, y'all
Salute.
depth pieces looking decent. We got
I agree.
Our depth is a lot better than I expected it to be before the season started.
Okay, it's getting a little late and time is getting away. I don't think we touched on the defense enough. Let's talk about the defense a little bit before we get out.
They were real.
What you thought about Nealon? I seen Nealon make a nice play in the backfield.
Tackles for loss.
I'm telling you.
Listen, they holding him. They getting the Michael Parsons treatment already because they holding the man and they not throwing flags.
Yeah. Nealon looked good, man. I'm telling you, I had to make that post about him on Twitter. I'm like, everybody just talk about power rusher as in like a bad sense. Like, that's not a bad thing. A power rusher, somebody that can overpower you, that could be more consistent than just a fast rusher. Real talk. If I know I'm stronger than you, I'm just finna dominate you. Like, you could just go bull rush all day. You could be a one-trick pony, but you still killing it, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still dominant, though. You could do that with one trick. So, I mean, I take a power rusher, and then look how encouraging that is for him to be a rookie that's overpowering people. That's pretty dope on the defensive line.
I agree. I'm going to answer this, and then we're going to get back to talk about the defense. He said, Kansas City had Mahomes out there playing one quarter. How come Dak doesn't play a little bit for preseason? Because Jerry Jones saw Tony Romo break his damn back in a preseason game, and he was shook. And he's been shook ever since. That is why.
Every team got their own philosophy. You know,
remember,
it just looked like it's the right philosophy when it's the Chiefs because they win championships. You know what I'm saying? But now, what if Patrick Mahomes would have had a hangnail or something? You know, I don't want to wish no injury on him. But what if something would have happened to him? Would we be like, Dak should play preseason? No, we'll be like, I'm glad Dak ain't playing preseason.
And then, this is the thing, Dak did used to play in the preseason before we start getting injured. After Dak Prescott had the injury shit going on, they put him in bubble wrap.
Yeah, we used to do like a drive or two, a series. We'll do a series. Yeah, Dak did used to play in preseason.
He did used to play in preseason. We just stopped once Dak Prescott broke his leg, broke his ankle. Broke his ankle. He ain't played the preseason since then. So, yeah,
But, dude, we know Dak don't need that. Like, and I'm not just up here saying that he's the greatest, but we seen Dak play one of his best games as a pro with no prep. You remember that?
Uh-huh.
That Tampa Bay game? Dak didn't play nothing. Well, he was out for a whole year. Mm-hmm. He was out a whole year, and then he had no training camp. What he did? No, he might have had camp, but he didn't play no preseason game. Out a whole year. Game 1, he airing that bitch out, going back-to-back against Tom Brady. One of his better games.
2020 year season was so rough, though.
It was crazy.
Because I did not expect it. I actually did. I was telling West that the 49ers wasn't a great matchup for us. And listen, it came to be true. I be hating having these fucking feelings. I never been wrong about this. Like, I felt complete. I was at complete peace playing the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. I had no concerns about that game. But the last two inklings I had about the Green Bay and then about the 49ers the first time around, like, man, I was fucking right. And I hate I was right. But
we need you to be right in the other way this time.
When your team has obvious flaws and you see a team that can exploit it, like, it just bells ring in your head. Like, man, these boys can run the ball. They got a very good defense. We can't stop the run.
Hold on. I love when people ask me this. Mr. Rubin said, what do you have in that cup? This is my cup, like Lil Wayne. Nah, I'm just playing. I got Kool-Aid in here, man. Everybody that follow me, they know I love to drink Kool-Aid, you know. I'm from the hood, the ghetto. The ghetto. I don't know what color it is. Let me see. Might be pink.
So what I think about
it's,
Booth,
it's pink. Pink Kool-Aid. That's what I'm drinking, man. You know what I'm saying?
support breast cancer.
Yes, sir. And I'm a ghetto baby that used to like bebops. Y'all might call them freeze cups or something like that. You know, we
call
say
them freeze
bebops
cups.
where I'm from.
We call them
Go
freeze
ahead.
cups. But
Do it.
hey, he said about Booth, he played well. He played decent. I think he gave us some plays. I think he made up for it with his tackling. He didn't give up a touchdown, you know. So,
Oh.
and it was his first. Listen, he just got here. This is his first game in the scheme, so I give him a little bit of a grading curve.
I think, yeah, and then he still, is this his first game with us, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so give a man a little time to get acclimated. You know what I'm saying? It looked like we just threw him in the fire, and did he just, you know, he barbecued, he didn't mildew, I say that.
Yeah.
He played good.
He got smoked a little bit.
They threw him in the fire though.
There's a little bit of seasoning on that ass, but
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, it felt like they threw him in the fire and he didn't squander though. He was battling out there. That's what you remember. That was one of the first things I said when I talked to you. I was like, Booth was battling out there though. Like he was giving up plays, he was making plays, making tackles. He was sure tackled though. He was a sure tackler. So I like that.
he said Booth will replace Goodwin on special teams. Goodwin is about 50. I feel like that man about 50 years old. So
I'll say this. I feel like that might be the way to go for us this year. If we can be number one in the NFC, bro, and just skip the first round. Like, let's just skip the first round this time. You know what I'm saying? We need that number one seed. And then, look.
we just wanted that too, though.
No, but I know, but think about this, though. Our luck could just be, we could just have some good luck that day. Think about this. We get the number one seed and a fluke upset happen. A fluke injury happen. I ain't saying that we need that to happen, but this is the luxury of having that bye. This is football. Anything can happen in that week. Right? Anything. So that's the luxury of having that extra week. Not only do you get to rest your players, but football is still going on while you getting more healthy. So, I mean, we need to go shoot for that number one seed. I think that'll be phenomenal for us. Because you never know what could happen in that week.
As long as we don't play Aaron Rodgers, since he's in the AFC, we might be okay.
Exactly. And listen, you seen how iffy at times San Francisco was last year. You know what I'm saying?
They never iffy against us, though.
I'm saying, I ain't talking about against us. I'm talking about in that week. I'm talking about in that week.
Okay, well, let's pray we don't have to play that.
You see what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what can happen.
I was gonna say, them niggas putting shirts. They putting our
They
pictures on
gangster
the wall.
against us.
They coming out with playing Death Row Records greatest hits on beatbox. Man, like hell nah.
Now look,
We gonna have
just
to shoot,
imagine.
We gonna have to shoot the 49ers.
Just imagine this. The football guys shine a graceful light upon us, right? And first round, Detroit got to play San Francisco. And Detroit beat them. And now we got to play Detroit. How you feeling about that game?
If they come to Dallas,
We number one seed.
then yeah, I feel great.
I'm feeling excellent. And look, they can't say that Detroit ain't a good team. They just beat San Francisco.
And Dak has not lost against the Lions. He's the Lion killer.
You see what I'm saying? This is the luxury of having that number one, that number one seed and that bye. Anything can happen. Let's just say the Green Bay Packers beat them. We got a revenge game. They coming back to Dallas. I might like my chances on that. I'm not afraid of Green Bay.
I ain't afraid of them, but
I like my
don't
chances
know,
on that.
I don't know how we going. I gotta see how we stop the run first, and I'll feel better.
I like my chances on that.
Because they got better at running back.
Because Jordan Love ain't just finna be running around willy-nilly just throwing passes everywhere. We're going to have some tricks, some traps set for his ass this time.
Listen, we talk about Jordan Love. Aaron Jones the one that ran us off the damn field. And they
Jordan
got
Love was doing a lot of shit,
he
too.
did, listen, they off of play action.
True.
If you cannot run the ball, that play action, niggas ain't getting sucked in like that. So I'm just saying, if we can stop the run, I feel better about us playing anybody. Like if we can do what teams do to us, we can make another team one-dimensional, and their quarterback is throwing the ball 40 times or 45 times to try to win a football game. We got them. We got them.
Bro, I'm going to have to get up out of here in a second, but I got to say this before I go. Listen, for a team that's set up the way we are, especially on defense, we should have been really prioritizing to get that inside interior dead, bro, because that's the best way to stop the Cowboys, bro. If we can't stop the run, we pretty much, it's like Superman with his kryptonite at that point, because what we phenomenal at, rushing the passer. We phenomenal at rushing the passer. We got one of the best players in the league that do that. His name Michael Parsons. You got him. Then, on top of that, what else you do? You pick the ball off well. That cripples you from your best two attributes. Just because you can't do one thing, which is stop the run. You can't rush the passer if you can't stop the run, sir. You can't get an interception if they running the ball, sir. You see what I'm saying? Like, we need to stop. That's how pivotal and critical it is for us to be able to stop this run. So now we can unleash the hounds like Mr. Burns say. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Burns say unleash the hounds. Now we can unleash the hounds. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm on, bro. If we like you said, if we able to stop the run, bro, this defense gonna be ridiculous.
But if we're not, then we're gonna have a repeat of everything that happened these last.
It's gonna be a long year.
Cause dog, imagine if we can't stop the run and Josh Jacobs come to town.
I don't care if you sell out, bro. Just stop the run, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if you got to do all kind of exotic run blitzes or what, bro. Just stop the run. And I forgot, too. If for the people that watch this on the the run back right now, y'all know I'm doing a raffle for this hat. It is, a lot of people like the design of the hat, but now I got Mr. Cavante Turpin's signature on it, so we're doing a raffle for it. $5 interest. I got another hat I'm going to do after that. But y'all make sure y'all tap in, man. I appreciate y'all.
Indeed. Y'all make sure y'all support my boy raffle. You can donate to Landlord 723, which is his cash app. You probably prefer that because that money comes right automatically on time. Ain't gotta wait.
Now.
The money ain't gotta get funded by Uncle Sam.
You know what I'm saying?
Before I get to my boy. So hit his cash app when you send those raffles, man.
Appreciate you.
Indeed, man. And I ain't got nothing to offer but love and content. So if you want to send Henny anything, you can hit $ Henny the More on Cash App. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but y'all know I'm good for it.
We just entertain y'all with some good. I know we was entertaining for an hour plus because we still got a lot of people in the building, man. So if y'all appreciate the content, if y'all support us as independent content creators, man, y'all make sure y'all support Landlord and HTM Sports. Double tap, hit that screen 2 times, make that like button go up, man, and we appreciate y'all.
And, hey, Roman, we did actually talk about the 66-yard field goal. It would have been good from 72, according to advanced stats. Brandon Aubrey, the best kicker in the National Football League. I don't want to hear shit about nothing else no more. Hell no.
Birmingham Stallions.
Jump rope champions. Dodgeball.
Back-to-back champions.
Dodgeball national runner-ups. Not even the winners of the dodgeball tournament.
Back-to-back champ.
Like, all those are more important than the Birmingham Stallions.
Do any of your sports teams have back-to-back champs other than the Cowboys, sir? Answer me that.
Do any of my sports teams. Now, listen to
So you need to simmer your little laugh down. You know what I'm saying? You need to relax, sir.
Sir, they got folks built like Deuce Vaughn starting at quarterback in the lead. This man was winning.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Our quarterback just got picked up.
Matt Carroll.
Yeah. Don't
Really?
do that.
Really?
Man, B-Ham Stallions, man. You already know what time it
Man,
is.
you don't even believe in that.
I ain't watched one game this season, but I'm saying, hey, that's my city, brother.
Man said that shit. B-Ham Stallions.
Look. I'm so phony on this part, though. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't watched one game, but it's my city, man. You know what I'm saying? I went to a game before. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you slipped through it.
But salute to my team, man. Y'all need to sign that check, though. Y'all want Landlord over there. Hey, y'all need to, hey. I'll turn you up.
Don't give this man any more power.
I turn you up, Birmingham Stad. Y'all wanna go to the top? Hey, come holler at Landlord Sports, baby. Let's do it.
Don't make a deal with the devil. Okay.
Don't listen to the haters. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta put the man back.
See, look.
That's so they remember who the hell they talking to. Like,
hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Put some red in the background.
Do you want to go up or do you want to go up? I mean,
this man's sinister.
How bad you want to go? You know what I'm saying? But nah, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, holla at your boy Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on our social media, man. I got to get up out of here, man.
And I'm going too. And just to answer your question real quick, Joe, college football starts Saturday.
Let's do it. Roll Tide, sir.
Boo.
Roll Tide, sir.
Never
See,
look
look.
down.
See, look. I don't see nothing about no
It's
hog
good.
in your check, but I
Man.
see a Roll Tide in mine. Salute.
It
Bam.
does not matter. God bless America. Damn the Tide.